Hi boys and girls, today's a snow day, so you're not coming to Title I today. So I just want to do a little mini lesson today on that sound with G-E-G-I-G-Y. Anytime a word is followed by an E, an I, or a Y with the letter G, it's going to make this J sound. Now, I'd like to sit here and tell you that it works every single time, but we all know it doesn't, okay? There are words out there, just like the word give, that has that G-I, but it actually makes a G sound, like G, just like we think it's supposed to, okay? So it doesn't work all the time, no, but most of the time it does. And in my third grade group this week, we did a story called Bob the Gerbil. And I had kids really have trouble with that word gerbil, because they wanted to say gerbil, because they saw the G there. So I just want to do a quick reminder that when that G is followed by G-E, G-I, or G-Y, it can make that J sound. Most of the time it will. Let's look at this word gerbil. If I was going to break this word gerbil into syllables, the very first thing I have to do is find my vowels, correct? So if I go up here, I have an E, but oh, what do I notice? It's next to an R, so that has to stay together. And then I also have a vowel over here. So that means I could have up to 2 syllables in this word. Well, since that R is with that E, we know it has to go together. And there is only one other consonant. So I got to decide, is this word going to be gerb-ul or gerb-ul, or is it going to be gerbil? There's a lot of things we got to figure out when we're trying to sound out words. So I know this first part's going to go together, and it's going to say jur because of that J sound. And then the second syllable then is going to be a closed syllable, because why is it closed? It's followed by a consonant, so that's going to be gerbil. Okay, so Bob the Gerbil, okay, was the name of the gerbil was Bob, okay, and Jared begs his mom to get this gerbil, okay, and we find out that he doesn't really take good care of it, okay. Let's think of some other words that might have this G-I or G-Y in it. Well, one of them that I think about all the time, and kids miss this word a lot, and that's the word giant. Same thing. We see this G-I, and we know it's going to make that J sound, so it's a giant, not a giant, okay? What about a G-Y word? Well, probably the most common word that you know is, like, everyone likes to go to gym. Okay, we don't go to gym class, we go to gym class. All right, so just remember, boys and girls, when you have this G-E-G-I or G-Y, you got to remember that sometimes it's going to have that J sound. I'd like to say it's all the time, but it's not. Now, my third grade group, you guys are doing the story about Alba, and we found out in this story about Alba that sometimes things just don't go as planned. And we know Alba ends up getting turned into a little 4-inch person, doesn't she? And she's trying to get this apple seed back to the lab where her dad works. His dad is the boss of her dad's the boss of the lab, and Alba's trying to get that back, okay? And then our 4th graders, you guys are doing the Bones of Ruin. And we're learning that in this story, we're learning that there's 10 guardians. And it's up to the kids to be able to find the 10 amber jewels, one at each monument, so that they can release these guardians. So when you guys get back, we'll continue our books that we're reading. We'll continue to work on our G-E-G-I and G-Y. And in the meantime, enjoy your snow day.